All right, hello and welcome to Heavy Radio. This is episode 3, and as always, I am joined with Marco and special guest this week, Matthew Strode. Hello, dudes.
What's up?
Hello.
What is up? This is a special late night edition. Hanging out with the boys on Heavy Radio, late
Yeah,
night,
and
after hours.
you got Eric coming at you from Austin, Tejas, and I'm here from Des Moines, Iowa, and Matthew Strode is coming at you from Minneapolis.
Yo, still here.
Yeah, you
How's it
kind of
going,
been
Matt?
It's going, man. Yeah, I mean, besides like the obvious, everything's good. Life's good.
Hell yeah.
Time.
I know you kind of been at the epicenter. Have things gone a little bit back to normal proceedings in your area, or what's it like out there?
It's pretty surreal, there's still businesses boarded up. Everywhere you go, but you got beautiful artwork on there. Things are opening up because it's like crazy because we got like multiple wild shit coming at you. Then you kind of forget about the Rona, but that's still in full effect.
We know it down here in Texas for sure.
For sure, man.
It's very popular
Every time I
down
turn
here.
on the NPR, I'm like, oh, I haven't heard about the Rona in a while, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, the bitch is back.
Don't call it a comeback.
2020, hell of a year.
For sure.
Yeah, it's
We're
like
not even done
kicked
yet.
in.
what Demolition Man and Barbed Wire and a couple other things are all happening at the same time. It's 2020.
It's a hell of a year, boys. And I figure we'll roll right into the news of 2020 for this week. My first news story was one that made me pretty happy. So, Chris Slade, drummer of AC/DC, he's the bald dude. You've probably seen a ton of videos, like the Thunderstruck video. He was with the band from 89 to 94, and then back again a few years ago on their 2016 tour. Anyways, kind of had to check in with him. He's told Classic Rock Magazine this week that he would be ready to join AC/DC at any time. Of course, they asked him if there's any rumors of the band getting back together, and he basically said that there's always rumors with AC/DC, so you never know. So he said, when Angus tells him, then we'll all find out. So that's pretty exciting to see if
Of course, Chris
we get another run of
Slade. Chris Slade,
AC/DC.
not to be confused with Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes fame.
Two different men. Confirmed. I looked at the photo just now. Two different people.
Tiny, focused on it. Tiny.
I would accept that if he also joined AC/DC, I would also be excited. He was in the Smoking in the Boys Room video and also Rob Zombie motion picture, so he's got street cred.
Yeah. I mean, he would hate to lose his teaching job over it. I know that.
Yeah. Well,
You can't just
you gotta weigh out
bust
your
into
options.
places when you're a mutant biker.
Right. Frowned upon.
Too weird science.
That was a weird. I think that was an allusion to Weird Science.
It might have been. No shit, Chet.
No shit. No tossing off in the bathroom.
Perhaps I have to give some appreciation to Doro Pesh here with my news story.
Sure.
You hear a lot about the king of rock and roll, Little Richard, and you hear about the king of heavy metal, of course, Ronnie James Dio. I know you remember this one, but you don't hear enough about the queen. So Doro was recently the first heavy metal artist to perform a drive-in concert during the COVID-19 pandemic. So I think that's pretty cool. She's kind of a all-around badass, but after 40 years of hard, groundbreaking work and touring, dedication to a craft. She was also the first heavy metal artist to do a drive-in concert during COVID.
That's cool. So what did she perform live? Then people actually drove up, or was it online?
Yeah, basically like a drive-in movie theater, only there's a band rocking out. So it was interesting.
That's cool though.
Just one,
It is amazing.
yeah,
It's just a matter of time.
yeah.
Just like
They're gonna find out. There's
with
more
the
than one way
future
to
of
rock.
music.
That's true. Yeah, we were talking about that kind of our last episode too.
Yeah.
It's cool that bands are trying to find new ways to deal with everything, get out there and still play. Let's see. My next news story, another crazy one I did not expect when I opened up my browser. Blue Oyster Cult new album called "The Symbol Remains" coming out this October. First album in 20 years.
Wow.
So that's
Holy
crazy.
shite.
That's some old school dudes. So um, definitely like even like part of the like pre-metal before metal was even fully realized. So that's cool that they're out there. I didn't know they were even still rocking.
Yeah, holy shit. When was
So I'll be down a
And then
trip.
they're all freaking live in the grandstand at the Iowa State Fair. I see
Oh,
them
yeah?
open up the album.
coming?
That's
That shit
right.
was delightful.
That's right. New Blue Oyster Cult album coming at you October 25th, 1978. I mean, 2020.
Yeah, right.
It's
Going
not
on
pussy
78.
music.
I once saw Blue Oyster Cult at it was like a barbecue event. It was like Rib
beg your
Fest
pardon?
or something. I think it was called Rib Fest, and
Oh, okay. No,
they had
thank you for
different sorts
clarifying.
of BBQ, and it also featured Rudy Sarza playing a mean, extra spicy bass solo before the song Godzilla.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah,
There goes Tokyo.
Well, hell, why
I
not?
was eating. I actually didn't. I just had a drink. I didn't sample the barbecue, but I did have I had a Tecate, a refreshing Tecate.
Was it? Was
Took
this a
shot of
barbecue?
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Was this a barbecue festival that also had music, or was this a music festival that also had barbecue?
I think Blue Oyster Cult was the only artist. The rest with the barbecue was the other feature.
It was the most
The other
successful.
featured guests.
BBQ and BOC.
But the
combo you
headliner
needed.
was BOC for sure.
Okay.
The barbecue
Sure.
was the
Sure.
opening act.
I'm going to believe this was a real thing that happened.
I was there, man. You had to live it to watch.
Fever dream.
To hear that cowbell cranking while smelling, many different kinds of barbecue was something. It was something to experience.
It sounds like something that happened. What is did you have another news story, my friend?
Actually, that's pretty much that was the event. The Doro playing a drive-in concert.
Yeah, man, it's been just kind of a quiet on the old front right now as far as metal tunes go, but just kind of a general, I'd say overall in the industry, there seems to be a general sense that a lot of people are kind of using this time to work on new music, which is cool. So there's going to be a ton of new records, I bet, at the end of this year and next year for sure.
Yeah, I think should be some interesting stuff, and when you definitely have time to sit down and put a lot of thought into writing or into a lyric, we'll see what happens here. It's kind of something a lot of bands haven't probably had in maybe their whole careers.
Yeah. This might be a little off topic and old news, but I was just curious if you guys saw the recording of that. What's his name? He's got the tattoos
Steve
on his
Guttenberg.
face, and he did the Nirvana.
Gutenberg?
Oh,
Oh,
Post
Carl.
Malone.
Yeah, Post Malone. Did you guys see the Nirvana
Post
covers?
Malone.
I thought that was
Yeah,
pretty. I
yeah,
thought
he
that was
did.
pretty amazing, and I was like, "Shit,
You
dude!"
know,
I mean, what a great way for artists to like also
Yeah.
I
like
have to.
yo, I'm not doing anything. I might as well play some of my favorites when I was a kid.
He
I
did
thought
really
that was pretty
well.
cool.
I have
Yeah,
to
I was
admit
surprised.
I was impressed. Kind of like I was impressed by.
yeah, I was too. I watched the whole fucking thing, like the whole hour and whatever, 40 minutes. Like, and one morning I was like, and they were like really good chosen songs. They weren't like your run of the mill. How about this Nirvana shirt at Kohl's?
You know, I was impressed
Right.
by the Ozzy collaboration too. The other song that wasn't on the radio,
Oh yeah,
"It's a Raid," I
It was,
think is a pretty kind of almost punky song. I thought that was pretty cool, and just the fact that he's loved. Post Malone is loved on BET, and then he is loved in the rock world, and then also like little kids know who he is because he was on Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. So it's like I got to admit, I judged a book by its cover. I saw the face tattoos and the hair, and I was like, "Oh, this." I thought it was going to be some guy mumble rapping about Xanax. Honestly,
he does look like the new dishwasher, but but the old dishwasher.
with the fucking voice that's like a mixture between Fergie and Jesus, though.
Well, that's the thing. His fans always go, "Well, he can sing so good," and I go, "Damn, I suppose." And I never really gave him a shot until I heard those Nirvana covers, and I was like, that's pretty awesome. I'm sold." He was like kind of getting
Yep.
in there. He was kind of
Yeah.
dirty with it. It was awesome.
And I mean, if you can take the mic stand on stage with Ozzy Osbourne and not look like a complete
Yeah.
asshole, I feel like that's something for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Any the production of that album, just like I read, is what kind of got Ozzy into like being excited to make the new record in the first place. Um so that's pretty, you got to give him that you know got Ozzy back into the studio and got him hyped for a new album. So
No, I was gonna say, I'm like, then Ozzy just have a new album. Did that come out yet?
Ozzy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out. It's cool. If you heard
Yeah.
that single um with Post Malone, it's that same production. I think he had the same studio and everything.
Yeah. Well,
Or same producer, sorry.
it looked a lot darker than like his last stuff. So I don't know what kind of
Mhm.
direction he's going. But
Yes,
the album
yes.
wasn't look great.
Well, boys.
All right.
Um but all right, boys. Well, I love doing this show with you guys, but we have to pay for this somehow. And to make up some pennies here and there, we have to go after sponsorships. So this is usually the time in the show when we um, do a little bit of advertising to pay them bills. I got this. I understand we have two advertisers this week. Is that correct, Marco? I think we have two.
That's correct.
All
Hot off
right.
the
Well,
press, this one.
I'll go ahead and read this one since I got it in hand. And like I said, let me wait. Hold on. Let me take a sip of water since we've been talking about the metal. So let's see if I can read this. It says there's a lot of caps in here, a lot of capitalized words. So I didn't really reread this. I just kind of read it as I got it in. So anyway, here we go. Rob Zombie's Super Beast energy drink. Oh, yeah, it's the one that you wanted. Have you been feeling down, feeling slow, feeling sad? What's wrong? Don't you like energy drinks? Don't they make you laugh? Then hop into Dragula and burn them witches with Super Beast energy. It'll take you from zero to more human than human.
Hey,
I'd drink it. I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
And
You might
this
be driving downtown going nuts.
we
Oh,
got
yeah.
this. This is a very important sponsor. Go to just when you go to the website, Bobcat Goldwait's Lucy's /heavy radio. Um, you guys got any smokes? Well, Bobcat Goldwait, we do. This is Bobcat Goldwait's loose cigarettes. Check it out if you really just need a cigarette.
These sponsorships, man.
Off the chain.
I don't know where we find. I don't know where these guys find us. But I'm glad they do, because that's how we make money around here. These totally authentic, real sponsorships.
You got to pay the bills.
Man, great. All right, boys. Well, it's time for some new music. I'm going on a vacation coming up here, so I can always use some new tunes. So, Matt, since you are our guest this week, I figured you can kick it off with one of your jams.
Are we going old or new?
Let's do the new tracks. Let's go around with some new tracks.
All right. And I know this is a metal show, you know.
Yes.
But I picked something that's not metal, but it's like it's hard in a sense. I don't know. I like it. I can't stop spinning it. You guys might know him. Orville Peck has this album Pony from 2019, and the track is Take You Back, and in parentheses, The Iron Hoof Cattle Call.
That sounds red.
It's
That's
nutty,
right
man.
up the alley.
There's like cracks whipping, and he's hooting and hollering. It's like country western. This guy wears like a Lone Ranger mask.
Are
He has,
there?
like,
Oh, I know this dude.
Are there?
It's insane. Like
Do you say there's
the
cracks
look
whipping?
alone hooks me. What's that?
There's cracks whipping.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Got you.
I know
It's
that
like
dude.
a cattle call, man. They're
How can
wrangling
you
up the
pluralize
ponies,
the
dude.
Lone Rangers, though? No, that's cool.
It's this one dude.
I'm checking it out. I'm gonna hope that it's.
He wears a
you know,
Lone
I don't
Ranger.
know if it's gonna be any degenerated, but it might be pretty close. By the Lone Rangers.
I don't know. I enjoy it. It's new to me. I was on the Spotify.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I do like the new Discovery thing weekly, and that came on.
Mhm.
I'm doing dishes, and I just stopped everything. I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "God, I've been listening. I've been,
Yeah, man.
searching for this sound for a minute. It's like old school country western, but coming from like this
Yeah.
big Canadian guy who like has like all this crazy like flair, and I'm like, "Whoa,
Yeah,
dude, that's
I mean
amazing."
That's the beauty of
Definitely check it
heavy
out.
radio. You can just, as long as it's heavy, man, we roll it around here. So
Yeah, that's what I figured. I just, I was like, man, I don't know. I usually listen to old shit, man. Stuck in the past now, but
it's
I
fun to
hear
find
it's
them new
new to
jams.
me, So
one of my new tracks. I'm actually looking at the artwork right now. It's very intriguing. It's Kiko Lorio, I believe is how you say his name, from Megadeth,
Yeah.
the current Megadeth lead guitar player. But it's featuring a guy you might know called Marty Friedman. And this
Heard of
track
him.
is called Imminent Threat. Imminent Threat. And it is, I don't know, it sounds like if you put Kiko's latest stuff in the Cacophony blender, I think, man, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've actually checked that track out today. It was almost one of my picks because, yeah, that's rad. Very rad. Very both of those dudes, too.
I'm just a fan when an instrumental comes out that can grab my attention. So that's always probably been since Jeff Loomis's instrumental record that I've really had something kind of stood out this much.
Hell yeah. My first new track for the week is a song called "The Blight" by Heathen. Heathen is a band that I think I've been sleeping on. I checked this track out, and it's pretty badass. I mean, it's just straight up thrashing. It's definitely like I'm driving on the highway. Let's crank this to 11 kind of music. So,
Oh, yeah.
just some good thrashing shit, man. Which I'll always be excited about. So yeah, The Blight by Heathen.
Nice.
What you got? What's your next new track?
New
My friend
track.
Matt.
Well, it's from 2018, so it's not like hot off the press. But I've been a fan of these dudes for a
All
minute
right.
now. So I'm gonna go with Ghost off the new album Prequel. Huge fan. I'm gonna go with Rats. It's just fucking speaks for itself. Kind of grabs you by the balls. Kind of
Did
sets you up for
you
that great album.
did you see
Hell yeah.
them on their last tour before this
I
whole
saw them 3
shutdown?
times on that last tour, the Prequel tour. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
drug my
Oh,
wife.
shit.
I like
I
drug my
heard
pregnant wife. I'm like, you're coming. It's gonna be epic.
I heard you also were a first day buyer of the Ghost butt plug.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Got the Cardinal Copia, his
It's in
mustache
right
right on
now.
it. Oh yeah.
Um,
Here, let me just. Not true. I'm a big fan of Ghost. I buy all their shit. It's
yeah,
kind of
no, I think honestly, I know they're kind of one of those bands. They're one of those bands that are kind of controversial for whatever reason. Probably because they, theatrical and
yeah.
um, but I thought I've enjoyed each record. I almost think they kind of keep getting better, more interesting somehow.
Well,
And
they used to be all
Rats, I mean,
secretive, so
yeah, you listen to Rats in the middle of a lockdown, and it kind of sounds like what's going on right now.
for sure, man. That's like he should have waited a year, and the thing would have marketed itself, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rats,
Uh,
rats. It's crazy, but the music's there, the talent's there, the deviltry's there. You know what I mean? It's like this is sick. I don't know. I
They
really enjoy it.
I have nothing but good things to say about Ghost, and I fully love that they're fully committed to the rock star side of
Yeah, the
heavy
guys.
metal music. You got to have. I mean, I dig the image, man. I mean, everybody knows who they are, so
Yeah, yeah.
even if you don't dig them, I'm a fan for sure. So hell yeah.
I mean,
So it was cool, like when they were all like hidden image, but now he's like all exposed. He's like living it up now.
they also played a song by the Eurythmics, so you can't, they play like songs by the Eurythmics and what's that ABBA, the ABBA, and they make it evil.
Oh yeah, we're huge fans of ABBA. What's that one?
Marionette.
Missionary Man.
Oh yeah, Missionary Man. That's
Oh,
the Eurythmics, but they did that one.
that's so fucking
Ghost did
good.
that one.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like
Hell
them
yeah.
all, man, but I figure I'd go new. So,
Yeah.
and they're due for a new album. So,
Have you guys ever heard of the
Agreed.
band Hum? HUM Hum.
Uh-uh.
My next
No.
new track is from them. It's Inlet. It's their first album since 1998. So 22 years between Hum albums. I would say they're kind of like alt rock, but this is like pretty heavy. There's a lot of heavy songs on this new record. My track is called In the Den. So check that out. It's not often that, you have a band that is 22 years in between albums, but uh, it's worth the wait, I think. Check it out.
Hell yeah. I like this cross section of music we got going already, guys. Already I've got some stuff I got to listen to. My next new track is a song called Shredditor by Insanity Alert. This is a song about a skateboarding predator, like the Predator, the alien, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the art is the Predator skateboarding, thrashing, um, with a flipped up brim hat. He's full thrash mode, and it's just a fun, silly song. And I, I've been a fan of the Predators since I was like 7, so I had
Yeah.
to give it up for this track. I'm a fan of lighthearted thrash metal.
Hi.
I'll take it all the time. So Shredder by Insanity Alert.
Yeah, move, pussy face. Go squeeze that in there.
El Scorpio
is
is ready.
Hey, that brings up a good question. Have you guys played the new Tony Hawk, or is that out yet? Because I remember like growing up listening to that music while playing that game.
I know the remaster's coming out this September, October.
So that'd be
I'm
sick.
hyped for it.
Soundtrack, put some old stuff on there, even some shred
Oh,
shit.
this
You
dude
know-
is gonna play the shit out of those remasters.
It's gonna be weird when kids are like, Tony Hawk, who is that? Like,
They got his kids in it now. His kids one of the
I mean, I
skaters.
guess
Oh.
if you're into skateboards, you're probably into that. You probably heard of that guy, or Tony Alva.
I mean, you probably
Like,
played
who the fuck's Tony
the
Alva?
video
He's probably
game.
better. You know.
The school level from the second game. That was what was up, man. Get all those.
Oh yeah,
all
the
them
school
points.
buses. So we had like
Come
the
on,
fucking promo game from Pizza Hut, dude. Tore it up. I think we had fucking
Pizza Hut
birds just,
pack-ins.
like, running through our veins.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah. I remember there's some suicidal tendencies on there.
All I wanted was a
yeah.
Pepsi, just one Pepsi.
Man, they always had good
got the
songs on there, man.
NutraSweets. Yeah.
And they had good
Yeah,
like
I
punk
think there was
music,
one-
good hip hop. They had good everything on those tracks.
Yeah.
There was one of the incarnations had Eddie as a playable skater. You know,
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
want to wind up like Eddie.
Bacalao. Don't want to end up like Eddie.
Speaking of, we're gonna get into the old school tracks. For
Yes.
me, I'm taking you back to 1995, and we're gonna get real creepy. We're gonna get Astro creepy,
Uh-oh.
Astro Creep 2000, and this song is called Supercharger Heaven.
Look at that.
You might some of the kids out there might know it as Devil Man.
A sponsor.
Colin.
A sponsor this week and a pick. A doubleheader.
How does that happen?
I'm
Synergy.
offended.
Hell yeah, classic
cool.
track. That is still some of like
And yeah,
the-
you know,
amp
It's
up
some
music.
big albums, you know, like
there's a line by Christopher Lee sampled in there. It's not heresy, and I will not recant.
oh yeah, dude.
So you know,
I love
Yeah.
the little,
I mean,
I don't know, the samples and shit. It's fucking
Alice
Yeah.
Cooper was in the video. Alice Cooper was in the video for a second, and it was also in the movie Judge Dredd, starring Sylvester Stallone. So you might know it from that.
in, shit.
Not Demolition Man.
Pusher.
It was a Carpenter film.
Vampires.
Oh,
It was like
Was it
something. The Devil's like the ooze shit. Damn, fuck it. I can't. It'll come to me.
Cigarette burns.
He played some bum. Yeah, the devil, like Satan, was like this like green ooze.
Somebody out there is listening right now and knows.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to look it up. My first old school track is by the band Picture, and it is called Eternal Dark. It's a dark horse of a song, but yeah, it's kick ass. It's another one of those afternoons where I just like go through playlists and just dig for like some deep cut stuff that I haven't heard before. So band's called Picture, song is Eternal Dark. It's got a super catchy chorus that gets stuck in my head every time I listen to it. So definitely go check that one out. Matt, I think you're up.
Yeah. Old school. So today is its 30th birthday. So the album Lucevich 2 or Danzig 2 Lucevich.
oh,
So
ooh,
yeah, that came out in 1990.
Mm.
damn! Things that make you go, ooh.
I know. Oh, it's like ooh. What was I doing 30 years ago?
Oh, the chest hair.
So yeah, I
Just there
fucking
alone.
love you know, I'm like I feel like I'm kind of a late bloomer because the guy freaked me the fuck out when I was a kid.
And I like how
He
Rick
just,
Rubin.
you know,
Rick Rubin was
that
like,
dude's like
Rick Rubin
chewed
was
out with the
like,
devil. Like, man,
"What are you thinking for the album cover there, Glenn?" And he was like, "I want you to just get a zoom in on my chest hair and like make sure my nips are hard."
exactly.
It worked,
A
dude.
lot of them took the pictures.
I get it worked.
So yeah, the old the track I was gonna go with like Killer Wolf, but you know it's kind of hard to pick a favorite off that one. They're all like, oh
Yeah. It sounds like if
Yeah, the whole album's
Gotta be
great.
alive is fucking magical.
Roy
I don't know.
Orbison and Vincent Price had a baby. And that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
It's
you
hot.
guys touched base. You guys touched base last week on the Elvis
Oh, yeah.
tracks. Like, I got it on vinyl. You know, I bought it on vinyl. I was like, I saw it, pre-order. I have to have it. Have to have it. Gotta get it good. You know, I got it. I'm just like waiting for it to pick up. I feel like he's just kind of driving a school bus
I
singing
like
Elvis.
just to put on the music videos from that
Eat 'em,
album,
got 'em.
like Killer Wolf, Black Wings, like just Danzig running around with wolves, and I'm the one.
You just want
He,
just for the
he
vibe.
wrestles.
You
He
just put it
wrestles
on
an
for the vibe
alligator in the
sometimes.
I'm the One video.
I know,
Just
like when
vibing.
back in the day, you showed me She Rides.
Oh
When
yeah,
I think we were at a fucking party. You're like, you got a computer here and put on She Rides. Like,
Hey man,
You
you
gotta
got a
check this
computer?
out.
Check this shit out.
you gotta check.
There was
this
so
out.
there's so many party YouTube videos in those days, just like random music video. It's just playing in a party, and you're just like, what the hell is going on? Even if it wasn't our house, and that was the best times.
We would
'cause
find a
people
way.
were like, what the fuck is happening?
Chicks with corpses in the background. You know how sometimes.
It is what
My
it
next
is, man.
track. My next track is from a little heavy metal side project called Probots. Maybe you guys heard of this one.
Oh, fuck yeah. Shake the blood.
This song, yes, "Shake Your Blood," and this
Oh, fuck yeah.
this has features Lemmy from Motorhead on bitchin' bass and vocals. It also features about 66 suicide girls, and blood is it's shooken when you play this.
Oh yeah, in
track.
cages, go dancing.
This will give you a blood
It's real.
transfusion.
It's a wild ride. That was a great video. It's a great song.
Yeah.
That's a go-to. Man. I should have thought of that.
Hells yeah. My next pick. I'm just straight up thrashing this week, man. It's 5 burners. This is 0 Hour by the band Attacker. Just straight up balls to the wall thrash. Just doesn't let up. It's old school, kind of like kind of gave me like maybe an Agent Steel vibe, but less going for the hooks. Just really just blasting just that mid 80s straight up thrashing. So that is 0 Hour by Attacker. Check them out. We're thrashing today, man. I brought them fucking thrash tunes.
Yeah. And I mean the artwork from Attacker, it's like a lot of dragons and like Lord of the Rings stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man. They're taking you there, man. But then it's thrash metal when you turn it on. You think it's gonna be not, but then it is.
That's good.
It's poetic.
It's also interesting that the logo is like it's like a backwards R, but it's an A. I don't know, man. It freaks me out. Out.
It's confusing. It was. I was confused. I thought it was a tracker.
I thought it was
at first.
Tracker.
And it threw me off. That's what pulls you in. That's their game, and you just played it. You just played and lost. Now you're ready to find out.
It fucks with people. I remember wearing a Korn shirt in like 7th grade. Some guy's like, "What the fuck is Koran?" I was like, "This
That's where Korn got it from. They got it from
Iowa.
Attacker.
They were like,
Rip off.
what? So
Korn
why
ripped
is
off
the R
Attacker.
backwards?
Why not?
It's their
Hey,
logo.
man, it got. Now we're talking about it in 2020. Attacker coming at you.
That's awesome, dude. Not to look that up.
Look out.
Yeah.
Oh, you will. It'll be on the playlist. It'll be on that playlist. You'll be ready.
Oh yeah.
Hooked the fuck up. Matt, what is your next pick, sir?
All right. So I'm going with Rollins Band. Into Silence album, 92. You got some low self-opinion, man. That shit's fucking is kind of gets you by the balls like right away, dude. That that album's
Yeah.
gonna be fucking funky. So that was
That's
my
a
city
rowdy
bus.
record.
That's my city fucking bus.
Yeah,
when I gotta ride that shit. That's my soundtrack. No one really
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
good.
fucking.
That's good city music. Just walking around, right?
Yeah, me and Eric saw Rollins live do a spoken word when we were like, we were in middle school or something, or early high school.
Yeah, we're like freshmen, high school. I think that was life. That was a game changer. I was like, oh man, this dude gets it. It was
one
rad.
man talking, but he's like the intensity of like a full band.
I was
and he's
watching.
just
I'll pay
talking.
money to go see that now. I'm
know.
interested.
We'll
I
see
bet he's
him
got.
again.
I bet he's got a lot of ideas right now.
Oh yes.
So I know, I messaged you guys earlier. Some reason, like Wait, the album Wait is off Spotify.
Yes. Yeah, that's where Liars from that. That was
Yeah.
the big
And
single.
obviously, that's the one that kind of got me started on Dude. Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
that and hearing him on the Tool
record.
song. What was that? Bottom? The Tool song that he's on.
Yeah. I'm naked and fearless, and my fear is naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. I recently watched a video of him, like, he's like, I don't know. I owed him a favor, and fucking, they were done in like 10 minutes. Another thing I wanted to touch point on, like this Rollins band's music is very like raw, heavy bass, like kind of like Tool Undertow is like kind of, it's fucking growly.
Yeah, a lot of
Very
rhythm
yeah.
section.
I guess like LA.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming you're from LA. 92 in LA, they're all kind of, it's like almost like a brethren, I suppose. You got Rage in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like he can just wear gym shorts and that's all he needs to wear.
You show up, fucking
just show up.
Yeah.
Intense. That's
I'm
his.
gonna
That's
wake
his
up at the crack
outfit.
of noon and pick what T-shirt to wear.
And it was cool. It was cool that he came from like a Black Flag and just like really pissed off a lot of dumb fans that like I think he just like made a lot of people angry and that was like his thing and like they would want to beat him up and like spit on him and shit and he'd just be like
well, I worked with this dude and he goes, I about got a fight, Henry Rollins. Apparently he's wearing some coat and he gets up in his face. He goes, meets murder, I thought, pussy or something. Rollins like, oh,
I wouldn't step to Rollins. I would just let him be.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh man, I got some songs I want to listen to now.
I remember maybe it was like a fever dream, but wasn't like Henry Rollins going to be like in a fucking He-Man movie or some shit? I don't know.
I can see it.
I want that to be true.
It's animated. And he's going to be the voice of Triclops. It's going to be.
They are making a new He-Man.
Masters of the Universe.
Kevin Smith.
Revelation.
That's the one Kevin Smith is making.
Oh yeah.
His production company. Yep.
Nice. I'd watch that.
Worlds collide.
My next song, it reminded me of my brother Matthew Strode because it's the last like really historical thing I saw before all this shit went down with the COVID, and it was Ozzy doing Mr. Crowley live in some suburb of Minneapolis or some little city suburb thing at a casino.
Yeah, it was like BFE.
And he
It was
he went full occult. I think he became Aleister Crowley during that song.
yeah, dude,
Good.
that was amazing. That was an amazing show. Free tickets.
Was Zach Wild with him then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Zach was there.
was.
Man, he jumped in the crowd, man. He was fucking playing for like 20 minutes in the crowd. Just, I don't know, we got some lady
It
pregnant.
was like one of those rare.
Guys are
It was one of those rare nights
Oh,
where
Blasco was there too,
Ozzy
man.
sounded like in like fucking top form. I sounded badass to me.
Yeah. Blasco.
Brad.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and it kind of have you heard of this movie, The Color of Space?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Yes.
I haven't
I just
watched
watched
Nick
it
Cage- Nick
last
Cage one.
night, and it's like from the H.P.
Cage.
Lovecraft story. But it's
Yeah,
got Nick Cage and Tommy Chong, and they both do amazing in this movie. You have to see it. It's called
I
The
gotta see it
Color
now.
Out of Space.
Oh yeah. He's been on like a resurgence.
Babies
Oh,
like me.
fucking-
Nick Cage.
Babies like me because I'm fuzzy, man. Tommy Chong too.
Yeah. You guys seen
I
Mandy,
like that
right?
one.
That shit was wild.
Yeah, Mandy was rad. That was
I
cool
went to
shit.
like the Alamo Draft House, dude. That shit was like what an
It's pretty
experience.
metal, man. It's a metal ass movie.
Great
How am I driving, man?
acting. I need your ID, sir. Ain't it on the back of the bumper? That line.
Well, Marco, you touched on Doro, and I have to say, I love Doro. She's rad as fuck. But my favorite female singer is Leather Leone. Her band Leather. She broke out of the band Chastain back in the '80s. She just made one record back then. She just released the second record last year. But yeah, this song is called Shockwaves from her first album, Leather. She's hands down my favorite female metal singer. Just straight up badass. Like, I don't know. It's just one of those voices that you're just like ready to go, just amped up,
Yeah.
just metal as fuck. So doesn't get enough love. So definitely go check that one out on the playlist.
There's so many. It's so. I mean, obviously, it's we need a dose of something different because it's like it's got to be like a machismo thing or whatever. But there's so many great ladies that you know that she's one that comes to mind. Anne Boleyn from Hellion is one of my favorites. Wendy O. Williams. Fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting.
And there's been a large crop of new female metal vocalists that have been coming out the last few years and are still coming out. So that's awesome. So
What was that?
You guys heard that cover of the little girl doing Rainbow in the Dark?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's like all raspy as hell. Perfect.
Have you? What was that band? I have this one record from this band that's gnarly as fuck. They're called Acid. It was like a band from Belgium in the early '80s, and it was like a female. So she was fronted the band, and it was speed metal. And I think it's weird that we call it like female fronted or whatever. Like that's kind of dumb. It's just a front person.
yeah,
but
true.
that's
True.
like it's weird. I guess that's just shows that heavy metal is still like a man thing. But you would think like I don't want to be like in loincloths with just dudes like at a show. Like it's nice to mix it up. I mean, not that if you're into that, it's cool. But I like.
I think like we said. I think like we said the first week, everybody's welcome in the metal community, and it's good to see everybody represented in all styles. So it's always good to see.
Yeah.
Did you, Matt? Did you have one more pick? I think if I'm counting correctly.
Here we go. So my third pick is Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats from the Blood.
Oh yeah.
It's from 2012, and the track is "I'll Cut You Down." No,
ass.
this was a great like stumble upon band. I was like, listening to some Ghost on Spotify. It ran out of tracks, went on like some suggested shit. These guys
Yeah.
came on. Another like I dropped everything. It's like, what the? This is amazing.
I think I first
Kick-ass doom band. Kick-ass doom band.
bought
It's like
their
Doom,
record because I saw them
It's like good
I saw
Doom.
them on a King Diamond tour poster. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
they
Well, the
were
name alone
opening
pretty
for
great.
King Diamond.
Yeah. Hell yeah, those guys rock.
Yeah,
It's got like an Ozzy vibe.
yeah.
Doom.
I almost think that's another band that just kind of keep getting more and more interesting as opposed
That's
to
another. I saw their tour. I saw their like 2019 tour, and so it was like right when like we found out my wife was pregnant, and I like drug her to this show, and like we're like after that it was like in between bands, and so like let's get up front, and so we're like fucking right up there, and they're rocking for a while. All of a sudden you got people moshing and shit. I'm like, oh god, I get my prego wife here. So we had to bail, but enjoyed the rest of the show from afar. But it was pretty awesome. It was a good band to see live. So
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Oh, brother Marco, I lost count somewhere. Did you have one more track? Or did we run through
No,
all?
we
run through them all?
rocked mine hard. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, shit yeah, guys. That's a lot of stuff I need to dig into. I think there was at least a handful of those tracks that I almost wanted to put on like literally right now because I started getting amped up.
yeah.
Shit yeah, boys. Well,
Yeah. Heavy Radio, check it out at Heavy Radio, and everywhere you can find a podcast. I actually figured out you can just search Heavy Radio now and it comes up on the Google.
yeah, algorithms. We're winning them. Hell yeah. And Matt, my friend, is good to talk to you. Thank you for being a guest on the show. Stay safe and wish you guys all the best and keep listening to loud ass heavy metal at all times of the day.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, boys.
Yep. All right, Marco, we out?
Yeah, have a kick-ass 4th of July and do rock hard and check out Heavy Radio.
Yep. See you guys later.
See you.
Don't forget Bobcat Goldthwait's Lucy's.
Don't forget.
Pick one of those up at your local gas station.
Hey man, it's still open. They're open till 2 a.m. So I guess I got something to do now. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
See you.
See ya.